Okay, so I recently went to an antiques fair, and this antiques fair runs once a year, and I've been to it at least a couple of times before and picked up some good stuff. And I put up some pictures of things that I saw at that antiques fair, and asked for opinions on what I might have bought. Now, when I last checked, there were 120 votes, so thank you very much everybody who voted. That's really impressive. Um, and the first thing that was on the list was a HMV 101 portable. Now this is quite an interesting portable actually, because although the 101 is actually relatively common in the UK where I am, this one is a front wind one, and it has the two little needle tins or needle boxes at the back in the lid space, and I think this indicates that it's actually an early one. And it wasn't too badly priced at all, but it was a bit of a project, and I decided that I didn't really need another project. I actually have several portables, including two broken 101s already. Maybe not quite as interesting as this one, but even so, they're taking up space in the workshop. So I left this one. Now, the fair was both outdoors and indoors. I mean, it was really windy outdoors. There was some spectacular blowing over of stuff, which unfortunately I have no video for. But indoors, there was some interesting stuff too. And I saw this rather interesting dual horn Victrola. And if you know anything about Victrolas, you'll know that this can't possibly be a Victrola, because Victrola was the term given to internal horn machines. This is a modern reproduction, or in fact, arguably a modern fantasy machine, and it was not too badly priced, and I would have quite liked to have had it, but in the end, I decided not to bother. So 63% of you thought that I might go for that. 21% of you thought I might go for the 101 portable. And only 16% of you thought I might go for the Pathé Records. And indeed, the Pathé Records is what I bought. And here they are. Now, before you all stop watching and going, oh, boring 78s, I've seen too many 78s. These aren't really 78s. These are arguably better than 78s. These are even older. Well, these are old, these are unusual. I'll get to quite what's old and unusual about them in a minute. Now, recently I showed a Pathé, one like this, not this one, but one like this one, and it wasn't very interesting. Now this one's probably a little bit more interesting. It's Ray Ventura and his collegians singing some sort of popular foxtrot. This is just a normal 78. It's made by Pathé. It's a 78. It's probably 1930, something like that. Always nice to find a Pathé, but this Pathé isn't actually particularly interesting as a Pathé. Now, Pathé have been around a long time, or were around from the early days. At that very same antiques fair, I think it was a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, I found this Pathé cylinder, and you can see on there there's the Pathé what is it, cockerel, I suppose it is, with a cylinder machine. There is actually a cylinder in this. I think it's even a Pathé one, but it's in very, very poor condition. I don't really want to take it out. But anyway, I bought it really more for the interesting vintage box. So Pathé in the early days, they did cylinders. They did cylinder machines. These are vertical cuts, so Hill and Dale cut records, unlike later 78s, which like this one, which are horizontal cut, where the needle goes side to side, unlike the phonograph cylinder, where the needle goes up and down. Now, the Pathés, these are all Pathés. These are also vertical cuts, so or Hill and Dale, if you like. and these were designed to be played actually with a diamond, sorry, not a diamond, a sapphire stylus. Now my French is pretty poor, and I have been making use of Google Translate a fair bit, but I think it basically says something here about the discs, the Pathé discs don't require, the inconvenience of changing the needle. The record should be listened to with a diaphragm, or Pathé special diaphragm, with a reusable sapphire stylus. And it also says the discs, these Pathé discs commence in the center. So unlike a 78, where the needle will go on the outside and it will run, the tone arm will run into the middle, like so, these Pathé discs actually start in the middle, and the needle or the stylus runs to the outside as the record turns. So these are center start, vertical cut, sapphire stylus records, and you might say, well, they're still 78s, aren't they? Well, no, because here it says that they're designed to be run at between 90 and 100 turns a minute, or revolutions a minute, and yeah, apparently some of them run even faster than that. And I think it says here that these can be listened to on machines which have been modified or have had an adapter to play Pathé records. So yes, Pathé would have liked you to have bought one of their special machines, but you could also buy adapters and play these records on other machines. And indeed, that's what I'm going to have to try and do. I'll probably have to make up an adapter, or maybe use an electric machine of some description to try to play these records. You definitely can't just play them on an ordinary gramophone. That will actually wreck them. So anyway, those are the records. Now I have made use of Google Translate to actually try to read what the titles are. Now on this side here, I'm pretty sure that says when the lilacs bloom again. So I'm not sure if it's a song. I didn't actually get that far into it, but that's the title. Let's have a look what's on the other side. Let's just quickly look this one up. Apparently this one is I Am the Ferryman of Spring, which I suppose is a similar sounding title, or similar sounding song or piece of music to what's on the other side. I forgot to mention, actually, there's actually some text at the top here. Let's just very quickly cover this off. All these sleeves I think are the same, but anyway, here it says that the I think it says the price of the disc is not related to how famous the artist is. So I haven't made any attempt to look up the artists on these. You might be able to see enough on camera to actually figure out who the artist is, or some other information. If you've got any information on these, or your French is better than mine, please do feel free to put comments below. Really interested in hearing what you have to say, and give me a like too if you're liking the video. Anyway, so I think that's what it's saying there, saying basically all artists are going to be the same price. Pretty much what that's saying. And on this side here, it is saying the discs double face, so double-sided discs, and it's saying the diameter in centimeters, and it's saying how many francs. And these I think are 28 centimeter discs, so that would be 5 francs. Now I have a tape measure. This is centimeters. Now I reckon the disc is actually more like Yeah, it seems to be just fractionally bigger than 28 centimeters, but it's going to be the 28 centimeter disc. It is definitely not the 50 centimeter disc, and it's not the 21 centimeter disc. So there we are. So that would have been 5 francs back in the day. And when would back in the day have been? Well, it might be possible to tell from maybe the tax stamp, but I think the general period of these is something like 1905 to 1915. I think after 1915 the label in the middle was actually became paper, and they stopped actually sort of engraving it into the disc like this one is here. So it is quite nice actually the way they've done these labels. They've definitely got a bit of a look to them. I do rather like it. Anyway, I'll put that one to one side and we'll have a look. We'll have a look at this one here. Yeah, so apparently this is the peasant's song, or maybe the farmer's song. That's what Google tells me it is. And I say there's other sorts of there's all sorts of other bits of writing. The tax stamps are not the same on all of them. There's some actually, just make sure I've actually got that in camera. I've got a light above that sometimes reflects off shiny discs. But anyway, so the peasant's song or the farmer's song, there's some stamping here that could have been done at any time, but it looks in French. So and these, I think, I mean, were they sold in France? Were they sold for the French market? I don't know. This is, what's this one here? I'm going to have to quickly look this one up. This is, I think, the Song of the Populars. That's what Google reckoned it was. I mean, their chant, I'm sure that's or chante maybe, I'm sure that's song anyway. So yeah, so I'd expect there to be singing on this one, and I do intend to play them. I do intend to play them, but not in this video. This one is All to Joy, apparently. Let's get that in front of the camera. Not a lot on that one there. I mean, it's a polka. I think that's fairly safe to say. That's quite nice. And this one is The Roses. Even my French is up to that. Although I'm not entirely sure what this round here actually says. Now this one here, this one is Love Litanies. And on the other side is, I think it's Come See Me Mademoiselle, or Come See Me Miss. Whatever it is, it's with orchestra. Avec orc, that's with orchestra. We've got somebody's name here, so it may well be some singing with orchestra. Maybe it's a comedy song. I don't know. So I will investigate further at some point. Hopefully it is a song that I can actually play on YouTube. Not everything that is found on these old records is actually suitable for modern consumption. Humour in the past was not the same as humour now, and certain records are just not suitable. They're just not things that I would feel comfortable playing. Okay, so there we are. What do you think? Did I buy the right thing? Should I have bought one of the other things? Let me know in the comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, then maybe you'll like this one too. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.